Good evening and welcome to Bulldogs TV, your go-to source for STEAM Academy Bulldogs varsity basketball home games. The weather is looking chilly outside as we enter the winter season for high school basketball, but inside, your STEAM Academy Bulldogs are ready to bring the heat against the Soldan Tigers. My name is Jared Carter, and joining me courtside is Lariah Washington. Now, Lariah, we've seen an interesting first part of this scrimmage so far. Can you give us a recap for our viewers at home?
So far, the scrimmage has been really strong on defense and offense, with Coach Chapman even participating on one of the teams. There's been a lot of passes and ball movement, which helps with pacing, which was a large issue last year. So far, the score is 15-9, with Chapman's team in the lead and strong defense from both teams.
Yes, so we have about 8 minutes here on the clock. It'll be interesting to see what we have going on. Jones just went for a three, but unfortunately it was no good. We'll be going over to the other team. Simpson over to Barnes Wilcox, over to Hawkins. Hawkins outside the arc looking for his opening. Pass out over to Moore.
Chapman steals the ball, goes for the lay. Ooh, and almost a dunk there.
All right, that brings our score up 9-17, 7:30 left on the clock. We have Simpson with the ball. Simpson being blocked by Holmes, trying to make past. Passes over to Hawkins. Hawkins is the freshman sensation this year. Really impressive to see him get onto the varsity team. It'll be interesting seeing how he plays with the other players. Now he goes for a three from the corner, no good, but it's rebounded by Simpson. Passed over to Hawkins. Hawkins driving in. Turnover to the other team. Chapman with the ball, driving down.
Steal from Simpson, knocking it out of bounds.
All right, they're resetting right now.
Top of the key. Checkup happens.
Kristen is the only one putting pressure on the ball, and that's why the score is the way it's going.
Jones being guarded by Moore.
All right, make sure I got this right, okay?
Got the coaches shouting out some directions here, trying to make sure that the team is pulling it together during this scrimmage before they go live in an actual game. Jones driving in.
Steal from Dixon. He drives down. Ooh, fake. Good lay. That brings the score to 11-17.
All right, we have Jones once again with the ball. Guarded by Dixon. Passed over to Meeks. Meeks over to Brooks. Brooks over to Chapman. Chapman passing over to Holmes. Holmes driving in for a three. No good. Rebounded by Jones. Goes back up. Blocked by Hawkins. That's some good defense that we're seeing right here. They're definitely shutting it down.
You can really see their practice is paying off.
Yeah, it'll be interesting later when we're able to talk with the coach, see kind of what they've been doing in practice, working with the players to prepare them for these game situations. Holmes passing all the way over to Brooks. Chapman now with the ball.
Wilcox playing some hard defense on Chapman. And a steal from Hawkins. He goes down for the lay. It's good. Score is 13-17.
Yeah, 13 from 11. They're definitely breaking the lead that Chapman's team had there. We have Jones being guarded by Dixon. Jones driving in, passing over to Holmes. Holmes for a three. It's good.
Hawkins brings the ball though.
We have a little over 4:30 on the clock.
Intense action by the basket. Moore for three. No good. Too hard. Omar brings it back to the top of the key. The score sits at 13-20.
You gotta be proactive. Because in the game, they're busy, you know.
All right, we're hearing some direction being given here from Chapman. They're setting up for their next play. About 3:50 left on the clock. Score is 13-20. All right. We're working right now to set up the next play. We'll have Hawkins starting with the ball. Hawkins over to Simpson. Simpson over to Dixon. A nice pass off that we just saw. Dixon over to Moore.
Moore bringing it over to Simpson. Simpson has the ball.
All right, now we are really interested to see what happens here, but we have some information with our coach. Our sideline reporter, Caitlin Kozar, is over here. Caitlin, we're going to send it right over to you.
Thank you, Jared. Today, you're fine. Today, I'm with Coach Steph, and I have a couple questions for you. What is your primary focus for today's practice?
Our main focus, is on the defensive end. We still have a young group that's learning the foundation of playing varsity basketball. So getting them to understand that defense is our foundation and our most important key to winning every game. That's the focus today.
Thank you. And how do you expect your players to grow from today's practice?
It's a good question. Mainly the effort level. Varsity is a very tough level of basketball. So we have a very young group, like I said before, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. So getting them to understand that energy and effort every day is a skill that you can control and can contribute to practice. So that's what I'm making sure today, that they bring energy and effort.
Thank you. I'm excited to see how things play out today. Back to you, Jared.
All right, thank you so much, Caitlin. Now, we did see a couple more points get put up on the board. Now the score is 15-22. Now, Coach did mention controlling energy, and we have seen that, like we mentioned earlier. They're controlling how they're passing the ball around, moving it, making sure that they're passing a little bit more, running those plays, and that'll be really important as they move into more of these varsity games. Now, moving back into the game, we have Dixon with the ball being guarded by Jones. Dixon looking for his opening, passing over to Moore. Moore being guarded by Meeks. Moore driving in.
Ooh, and Chapman steals the ball. Going for a lay. It's good. Right in Hawkins' face.
Hawkins passing over to Moore. Back over to Hawkins. Hawkins being guarded by Meeks. Hawkins driving through. Back over to Moore. Moore for a three.
It's good. Nice clean three.
Yeah, 18-24. Those threes really help close the gap between those point differences.
But an essential part is not shooting too many. Knowing where you can make the threes and where they're going to be harder.
Yeah,
That's
two great players with that last year were Lamar and Mustafa. It
Absolutely.
was Mustafa Taylor and Lamar McCoy. They were key players, and even though they moved on as seniors, they left a legacy for their teammates to play on moving forward.
And part of that is really focusing on your field goal percentage for each point. Jones has the ball. Passes to Chapman. Over to Meeks. Back to Jones. Back to Chapman. Back to Meeks. Pump fake. Drive. And Hawkins steals the ball. Meeks gets it back. But Dixon takes it.
Over to Moore.
Moore to Wilcox. Wilcox is good with the leg. Right at the end of the quarter.
All right, now we're at the end of the second quarter. Right now our score is 20-24. We saw a lot of ball movement here between both of the teams, and hopefully that will make sure that they excel when they move into their first game. Now, Loriah, what are some of the things that you think we can expect when we move into our first varsity game next Monday?
I think a very strong defense is to be expected. Based off the defense we saw today, there were a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers due to those steals, and a lot of inflections. I think that's the word. My apology. But not only defense, because that's a big part of basketball, but also offensively, knowing the pace, knowing when to pass and when to drive and when to kick. And I think our team is really getting that concept. Even if it is full of underclassmen, they seem to be doing really good with learning the foundations and the fundamentals like the coach mentioned.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think will really help with that is the communication between the teammates. They're all talking, trying to make sure that they let each other know where they are, what they're trying to do next, and as they work on those defensive and offensive plays, trying to rack up points and lock down other players from other teams, that communication is important. So I look forward to seeing how they apply that in-game next Monday and moving into those other games as we go forward.
Absolutely. And that communication also goes along with spatial awareness, knowing where you're at, knowing where the defender's at, knowing where your teammates are at.
Yeah. Now it's time to pay some bills. We have one of our sponsors, A Favor for You LLC. They design celebration signs, particularly for high school or college celebrations. So if you have an athlete, graduate, or if you just have something that you want to celebrate, like a birthday or special event, definitely reach out to A Favor for You LLC. Again, their information is 314-830-8060, and you can visit their website at www.afavorforullc.com.
And I guess halftime, then they will have a break in there, Paula. And every time you pause and go to the other, turn the